My life feels meaningless. And sure enough, when you do the survey work and ask people if their life feels meaningless, that's the predictor of depression and anxiety.
All right, we probably should talk about the meaning of life.
Yeah,
And
that's what I've been thinking about for 5 years.
I want to know why, after your many books, author of 15 books, right? You have Build the Life You Want, co-authored with Oprah Winfrey, From Strength to Strength, which was my first introduction to your books, which is an exceptional book, Finding Success, Happiness, and Deep Purpose in the Second Half of Life. And now, The Meaning of Your Life, Finding Purpose in an Age of Emptiness. Why write this book?
People loved college. And most people say I was happier in college than when I left college. I come back in 2019 and it's like the plague had gone through my village. It was completely different. And in point of fact, clinical depression among adults under 30, especially highly educated adults under 30, college graduates, especially of elite colleges, had tripled. Clinical depression up by 3x, anxiety, generalized anxiety, 2x. And it's not because of a lack of therapy. On the contrary, the number of therapists has gone up by about 4x.
Yeah.
And so something's not working. This is what we call in my business a psychogenic epidemic, which is a simple idea with fancy words because that's how we get tenure. And what it means is there's something that's contagious and creates suffering and has no biological origin, no known biological origin. That's a psychogenic epidemic. So eating disorders and cutting and many things, they'll spread around, create tons of misery, but they're not biological in origin. And so those are harder nuts to crack. The depression and anxiety epidemics that we see today are psychogenic. And so we need to understand what's behind them because the words will start popping up. And when you do that, the word that kept popping up again and again and again was, I don't know what I'm meant to do. My life feels meaningless. And sure enough, when you do the survey work and ask people if their life feels meaningless, that's the predictor of depression and anxiety. Lots of pop arguments about why, so many young people are depressed today. And, people my age are like, because they're entitled babies. They're not tough enough. And people who are my kids' age, who are in their 20s, they'll say it's because boomers wrecked everything and made houses too expensive and spoiled the environment or something. These psychological effects that we're seeing are new. They're really, really a new thing. So that's not it. Or there's a lot of people, and you've talked a lot in your show about technology, and a lot of people say that technology is screwing us up. And technology really has a big role in what I found. But the problem is not the technology per se, but what we're not getting because of the technology is what we're actually missing.
Displacing.
What is it actually that we want that we're not getting? So I wanted to find the protein that was underneath this whole thing. And the content analysis of these interviews is like, what I'm meant to do. Life feels meaningless. I don't know the meaning of life. And I'm like, that's too big. That's too big. That's like a big philosophical thing, but I couldn't avoid it is what it came down to. So over the past 5 years, I've been writing a book about, okay, what is the meaning of life? Where do you find it? And how do you have to live differently so that you can actually find it in modern life? And that's what this book is.